Hello, this is Linda Joseph from WebTechEnterprises.com, and with me this morning is Nancy Alexander. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Linda. How are you?
I am doing great, even though it's kind of a gloomy, rainy, chilly day here today in New England. Things are going great for us. How about you?
Good. Oh, I'm doing great too, and it is cloudy and kind of chilly here for us too. I think it's about 66 degrees here for us this time of year. That's cool. I've been sitting here at my picture window working on my computer since 6:15. I haven't looked outside much, but this is my favorite time of year. Love it.
6:15. Do you usually get up this early, working?
Yes, I do. Well, see, my husband has to be at work by 7, but he has a 45-minute drive. So I decided about 3 years ago it was very important that I get up with him every morning. I get up at 5 o'clock. I take my shower. I wash my hair. I put on my makeup. I get dressed. I fix his breakfast. I fix his lunch. We do a devotional, and we pray together, and out the door he goes.
Wow.
So I feel good
I'm
about
impressed. You take a shower and put on makeup. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I even do that. Can you believe it? I didn't always do that, but I do now. And that's a good way to start my day, except about 3 o'clock I have a really bad sinking spell.
Well, yeah, you've been going a long time.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
Oh, my. I wear makeup when there's a wedding. And, what you see is what you get with me, no matter when you find me. It's, I am just not a makeup person. I wore it every day for years when I worked in corporate America, and as soon as I started staying at home, I quit doing the makeup. But it's okay with my husband, so it works for us.
Well, it's okay with mine, too. This is something, I just decided I'd do. But I think it's fine that you don't. I really do.
Good.
Some days I would like to get up and put on sweatpants and a sweatshirt. But I don't.
Oh, isn't that funny? Well, we have a young man living with us now, and he and my son. He takes my son to work. They leave by about 7. So they're up at 6, so I'm up at 6 and working on breakfast and making sure that there's enough food in the refrigerator for lunch. And so they that wave goes through at 7, and then my daughter has to leave a little bit later, around 8:30. So we have this nice kind of lull, and I can have my quiet time. My husband and I pray, and then kind of go through a little flurry while she's trying to find whatever last-minute thing she needs to find that you thought somebody would have thought of the night before, but that's okay. Then she's gone, and then it's quiet. And the interesting thing is when you have kids going to school, and kids coming into your life is a real change to begin with, but then you send them off to school, and you have all day. Well, when you homeschool, the kids are there all day. And this is the first time that we've had the house to ourselves. I mean, it's quiet. It's just really very different. It's actually kind of nice. We kind of like it because we kind of both do our own things. My husband works out of the house a lot, and it works well.
Well, you said that to me earlier, and I thought, oh wow, yeah, you homeschooled your kids, so they were always there. I can't imagine someone being around all the time like that.
Yeah, I think it's
went off to school, and I could work, and now it's just me and Steve since my boys are married, and I have the house to myself. I can record, and I can work, and I can do all kind of things and not be disturbed or interrupted. But I'm sure it's strange for you. It was hard for me when our boys moved out for the first time. I'd always said, oh, I'll enjoy that. I'll look forward to that. And finally, about 3 weeks after they had moved out, a girl who worked for me in my shop came up to me and said, "Listen." And I thought, "Oh no, I don't like that tone." She said, "There is something wrong with you." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "It's your boys. It's because your boys moved out." I said, "No, it's not. I didn't get upset because they moved out." She said, "Yeah, you did. She said, you're making my life miserable."
That's funny.
Well, I guess I did. But anyway.
Yeah, well, the purpose. What are we trying to accomplish here? Now that everybody knows our morning routine and what we're about here. Nancy and I have a lot of things that we are involved with and that we're doing, and we're staying on top of a lot of things that are going on with Facebook and the internet and doing business online. And I think we just kind of decided that we'd just share a little bit with you all about what we're doing and some new things that we see coming down, and try and help you out. And if anybody ever has any questions, we'd certainly welcome comments and feedback if there's other things you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
But we're just going to we're kind of rambling about some different things here. So why don't we talk about Facebook for a minute, Nancy? You just did some videos for Best of Nancy members.
I did. I recorded 3 videos about 2 weeks ago, and I just recorded 3 more, and I put them on Best of Nancy, and I sent them to you for you to dress them up a little bit. But as I was sitting here doing things on Facebook, and I have realized, oh, wow, what a great marketing tool it really is. It's not just the social site that I used to think it was. So I'm on there every day, several times a day, but I do make sure that I put something on my personal page and my Facebook fan page first thing every morning. And I try to put something that will get some response from my customers, from my readers, from the people that have liked my page. And we were talking a while ago, I've got 1,300 people who have liked my fan page. So when I post,
woohoo!
Yeah, that's a bunch.
That's great.
I have realized not only do I have my mailing list in Aweber, which, what is it, close to, I don't know, 1,600 names now?
Yep.
In addition to that, I have this other list, 1,300 people, that every day when I post something or I ask a question or I put a picture or a video on Facebook, it shows up on the wall of every one of those people. That's just like being in contact with all of those people every single day.
That is powerful.
Yes, it really is. And
okay, I just want to make a quick comment here. If you're listening to this and you have any kind of business and you do not have a Facebook page, you need to get on that right now, because this is critical to people finding you and finding out about your business. It's really, really important. I mean, do you agree with that, Nancy?
Oh, definitely. I do. And then, something else. All those people, the 1,300 and something people that my post shows up on their page, if they respond back to me, that shows up on the page of every one of their friends. So just imagine how many people that's reaching. Now, I talk about, I put a sample video from YouTube on there yesterday where it was a clip out of one of my last DVDs. I listed a read, so I put a picture of it. But sometimes I don't want to make it real salesy. I talk about personal things too, or I give them some free information. I don't want them to think, oh God, all she's doing is trying to sell, because I'm not. I just I want them to know what's going on with me. I want them to know what's going on with you and I and our businesses together. I want them to know what I'm, what I'm listing, what I'm doing every day. So I don't want it to be just a hard sell. I'm so sorry. A hard sales page. I just, like our talk today, we want people to get to know the real us. We want them to know that we don't want to be pushy salespeople, that we have worked very hard to learn what we've learned, and it's very important to you and I both to help other people be able to accomplish their goals and dreams just like you and I are doing.
Absolutely. It's not, I think when I look at different Facebook pages and what I see people doing, you are a real natural on Facebook. I mean, you're an easy person to get to know and like because that's just your personality. I mean, you really are. You're wonderful, and you interact well with people, and you just do it so naturally that I think if any of you are struggling about what to do on Facebook, then go get Nancy's page, like her page, and watch what she does, and you will learn more from watching her than you will from any of these other courses that you can buy.
Wow. Well, thank you. Well,
no, I'm serious. You're good.
I'm sorry. I've got to clear my throat.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay. How's that for... Now I can talk.
Okay, good.
But you're like that too, Linda. I mean, when you talk about things and you post things on there, it's good to be very informal. You and I both get to where we type really fast. I think our mind moves faster than our fingers sometimes, and I make spelling mistakes and. I'll be thinking about the right letters in my mind, but they sure don't come out of my fingers. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, we're real. It's not this planned thing that we do every day. If something comes up and I think, oh, wow, I should share that on Facebook, I go do it right then. Very quickly. It doesn't take much time.
No, and I think that's the essence of Facebook too, is to be social, to interact, and if you have something of value that you want to share or sell, then you let people know about it, but it's not a hypey thing that you put on Facebook, which I think is really important, is to understand that. And the people, the internet marketers I see on there are just horrendous at times with the way they push and have all these little tactics to trying to get people's attention that they really miss the point, I believe, of Facebook.
I do too. And there have been a few of those type people that I liked their pages. And then when I saw the junk that was showing up on my page, I thought, I don't want my customers and my friends to see this. So I would go back and unlike their page just so that stuff wouldn't show up on my page anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the things that we've talked about in Best of Nancy, and we're not trying to plug Best of Nancy, but what we've wanted the people in there, the members in there to do is to learn how to start their business online. And that's the second thing we teach them. The first thing we teach them is about Etsy, and Etsy is a great place where you have been selling some of your wreaths. And the second thing we teach them is about Facebook, and it's free. I mean, that's the thing that is really awesome, is it is more important than having a website at this point, that you get on Facebook, that you have a page. And so that's what we teach them, on how to set up a Facebook page so that they can start their business moving and getting their name out there without having to spend any money. It does take time, and several of the members, I think, have been surprised that, it takes a little bit of work and effort to get it going, but they can do it.
Oh, yes, they can do it. And I've noticed some of them that we've coached and talked to about this. When they post something, it shows up on my page, and I'm starting to see them, they're just really getting involved. They're talking about what they're doing that day and what they're going to make, or they'll post a picture of something that they've done, and when I see that, I think, yay, good for you. They're getting it. They're doing it.
Yep. Well, it's what you hear no matter what training you've taken is you have to take action.
Yes, you do.
So that's what we'd always encourage you, no matter what you're doing, is find one thing you need to do and then go do it. Don't analyze it to death. I have a tendency, Nancy was really to move on with several things, and I like to analyze it a little bit too much, but she's ready just to go do it. And so there's just do it. Yeah. Well, one of the things I did want to mention is something that I've been bombarded with, and that is Facebook and SSL. Have you seen anything about this recently?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to let you talk about it because I'm sure you understand that more than I do right now, but yes, I've seen that. I've been reading some about it.
Yeah, what Facebook is doing is if you have a page, a Facebook page, and you have set up a special page. Now, when most of our members have Facebook pages, they have an info tab, which is a part of Facebook. They have a wall tab, which is a part of Facebook. But, for instance, on my page and on your page, we have put things and hosted them on our servers and shown them in Facebook. And what Facebook is doing now is you have to have SSL. Well, SSL, I think, stands for Secure Socket Layer. I mean, you really don't even need to know what it is, and it's to provide secure communications online. And what's going to happen is people that have those pages then aren't on an HTTPS rather than just a plain HTTP, they're going to get a little pop-up box that says, do you want to turn off your secure browsing? Well, now, I know what I do when I see that. I'm sure you have the same reaction, Nancy. You aren't going to want to go to that page.
That's right. You're right. And I've told my customers for years, if they've been afraid to purchase online, I've always said, look up in the address bar. Make sure it says HTTPS, which is Secure Socket Layer. And if they're going to give out their credit card information or anything personal, I make sure that S is on the end of HTTP.
Very good. Yes, that's critical. And that is a way to tell whether or not they have a secure line on there. Well, there's several marketers that are trying to, it's just called a scare tactic, and to get people scared. And there's so many different products flying around right now that are offering solutions. I would recommend that if you're in that boat and need to get HTTPS, that you just do some research, because there are free ways to do this, and there are paid ways to do this, and then there are third-party options. Now, I have not explored all the ways. I know how I'm going to be able to do it for free on the sites that Nancy and I own. We'll be able to take care of that. As soon as I have some of the other options that I've researched, I'll be posting that, particularly in Best of Nancy. We will give an option for our members on how they can take care of this, but most of them do not have their own page on their own server, so it's not an issue. But we'll have, so don't worry, don't panic about this. On October 1st, though, if you have it on your own hosting, people will start to get this, this little warning about secure browsing. So you are going to want to get something done, and we'll continue to talk about it. But there are some solutions out there, and this is, by the way,
now that when I used to take charge cards through my website, I had to purchase that once a year through my hosting service. But there are other options now. So you're right, there are free options, and that's good.
Yes. So we'll be going through those. And if you are an opportunist, helping clients, especially offline clients with this right now is a great opportunity. So that was one of the changes about Facebook that I wanted to mention. One of the other changes that happened, I believe it was last week, is on your first Facebook page, you can get a unique URL or username without having to get the 25 likes.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
Right. It is cool because we kept encouraging our ladies in Best of Nancy, you need to go ahead and get some likes so we can give you a proper name. And that was a little confusing at first, but it's great that they have done away with that. I'm glad.
Yeah. Now, I found out recently that if you have more than one page, you have to get the 25 likes on your second, third, fourth pages. Okay. But on your first page, yeah. So for businesses, this is really nice. So you can go in and get your username. And why you want this is you want to be able to tell people to go to your Facebook page and say, go to facebook.com/ and a name. In my instance, it's Internet Tutor. So if you go to facebook.com/ Internet Tutor, you're going to my page. If you go to facebook.com/ Work From Home Ideas 2, you go right to Nancy's page. And it's much nicer and cleaner, and it looks more professional. So you do want your own username. And if you don't have any idea what we're talking about, just do a Google search, and it's pretty easy to get your own username. Yes,
it is. But you cannot change it. So choose the right one the first time. Don't do like I did. There's a reason there's a 2 after my Work From Home Ideas. It's because I put it on the wrong page to begin with. I put it on my personal page. So we just added 2 to it. But
yeah, that was confusing.
Yes, it was confusing.
But that's okay.
Yes.
Well, listen, we've been going probably about 20 minutes here, and any last things you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I wanted to say, just talk for a minute about something that you and I are both doing. This was something that my husband and I really felt led to do several months ago. You and I both have been coached and trained by Jim Cockrum. And he and his wife, Andrea, we both know, and they've adopted 3 children from all over the world. And the last little girl, Avon, came from Guatemala. She's just touched my heart. She really has. I've watched on their blog and read about her, and she's almost 3 now. And we've read about the orphanage in Guatemala. It's called El Amor de Patricia, meaning the love of Patricia. And we are having a fundraiser right now. And we did a recorded call with Jim Cockrum last week, you and I and Jim, about the fundraiser. And this is getting really, really exciting. I'm posting about that on my blog, and we're putting it on Facebook. And we've got pages ready to go out, and Jim's already talked about it in his newsletter that went out to over 100,000 people. So I just wanted to mention that. I'm really excited about that we can do something very special to make a difference in the lives of those children.
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful idea that you and Steve had, and I'm honored to be a part of that. And I think we'll have, probably next week, we'll have some more information for folks that are interested in either donating something for this cause, or if they are wanting to purchase the items that we're going to have, and all the proceeds are going to go to the orphanage, that would be great. But you can probably get more information on Facebook, because Nancy is talking about it. And we'll have some more information next week.
That's right, we will. But I just wanted to bring that up. I'm just real excited about that. I'm anxious to see how God is going to move in that, and I know He is.
No, I think that's great. It is fun to be a part of something that's benefiting people in need.
Yes, it is. It truly is.
Well, good. Well, it's been fun chatting with you this morning.
Well, thank you. You too. I've enjoyed it. And we'll have to do it again next week.
Okay, I think that sounds good. I don't think that we'll ever run out of topics to talk about.
You and I don't. I mean, I'm going to mention this really quickly. You and I can get on the phone, and literally 2.5 and 3 hours can go by before either one of us know it. No, we don't ever run out of topics, y'all, so stay tuned.
Okay, well, thank you for listening, and until next week.
Okay, thanks.